Hello, 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 collective. Welcome to Carmaboo Tarot. For those of you who are new, my name is Carmen. I am an intuitive tarot reader. I do use tarot cards, runes, numbers, letters, crystals, and colorful language. If any of that offends you, feel free to hard left the video. For those of you who are staying, we are going to get the February read for the sign of Pisces. All right, Pisces Collective. February is the second month of the year. Number 2 in the major arcana is the High Priestess. All right, things that you could be seeing or experiencing this month with those energies. You're going to get a real solid kick in the ass on your intuition. Okay, it's going to kick into high drive. You're going to start seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting things that you didn't before. Things are going to be on like a real edgy basis as far as right and wrong, good or bad. You're going to watch those types of things start coming in, whether it's like in your personal life or on the larger scale. Okay, you're going to start seeing some shifts happening because things that were hidden are going to start coming to light. Okay. The 1st of February was the full moon in Leo. Today is the second happy M book for those of you that celebrate. On the 9th, we have the last quarter moon in Scorpio. The 17th is the first new moon / solar eclipse. It will be in Aquarius or Pisces, depending on where you're at when the moon comes up. The 24th is going to be the first quarter moon in Gemini. All right. Also, on today, February the 2nd, a 7-year cycle leaves. We're also moving into the year of the horse. And on the 17th, during that first solar eclipse, we move out of a 15-year cycle for cardinal signs. So it's gonna be interesting this month. See what crack-a-lacks. Okay. All right, what's going on for Pisces? What's going on for Pisces? Queen of Cups reverse. I don't like that. I do not like that. Pay attention to where Scorpio is at in your chart. If you have Scorpio in your chart, pay attention to that. I don't know. It doesn't usually do that for me, but that's what's feeling. All right. Then we get the Ace of Pentacles. It is upright, so yay. Maybe a new financial opportunity. Somebody might be getting a raise or some sort of a chance to save money or invest in something here. It is a pentacle, so it probably has something to do with your stability, okay? So that's like monetary things. And it's also has to do with like the home and stability. Maybe you have the chance to help a loved one, or some of you might be like investing in something that is going to help you long-term financially. Maybe some of you open a 401k or a pension, something like that. Then we get the 7 of Swords reverse. All right, you got some energies around you that are being sneaky, that or you're having to be sneaky about things. It's very spy, very sabotage type of energy. You're definitely not to tell people about what you are doing. Absolutely not. If you're talking to people about things that are important to you, especially things that might have been a little sketchy, or you're just trying to clarify things, it could be about whoever, wherever, whenever, whatever you're trying to receive information on, to you it may feel like you're being overbearing. You're not. You're not. Because if they were being transparent and coming forward with the information, you wouldn't have to dig for it. You know what I mean? You wouldn't have to dig for it. And more towards the end of the month here, we get the 7 of Pentacles. Some of you might be getting sick, like a stuffy nose. I was perfectly fine before I started this read. As soon as I started pulling the cards, my nose got all clogged up. Some of you might be having like some sinus issues this month. Just putting that out there. All right. Anyways, more towards the end of the month here, we get the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. So like that, whatever it was that you put your time and energy into to invest in is starting to grow. Okay. It's starting to pan out, to pay out. Could be like maybe somebody borrows money from you and then you get it back with interest. But maybe in the interim, you find out maybe they're not doing exactly what you thought they should be doing. Or maybe you start really digging into the investments and you figure out that, like, it's not 100% of what you thought it was for whatever reason. It's like investing into a shell company and finding out that they're, like a drug lord or something. That's just a scenario. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. Please take it as it resonates. That's just the energies that come with it, okay? Like, be careful about where you're putting your money, but emotionally, you are past the point of feeling like you need to nurture everybody. It is time to invest in yourself. And once you start really kind of squirreling away your money and not telling everybody your business, okay? Like, not telling them how you're moving, where you're moving, what you're doing, okay? And then all of a sudden things start to grow. Your bank account numbers start going up. Your energy levels start going up because you're no longer giving your time, your energy, your finances to things that are wishy-washy or things that are not transparent. Okay? Okay. All right. Yeah, watch out for people hindering you. What did I say? Oh, you can't make it up, I swear. Things that are going to be trying to hinder you, okay? Maybe like somebody might be trying to take up more of your time than they usually do, or calling you at weird hours, or trying to get you to do things at odd hours, okay? Um, Maybe they're trying to change your diet or not allow you to have as much free reign about how much nutrition that you get. They might be trying to wake you up when it's time for you to sleep. They also might be just flat out wasting your time, just giving you the blah 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 all of the time. Like, this person requires a lot of attention, and it is a hindrance to you. You may not even realize that, but it is. It is a hindrance to you. What was that? 2 of them? Yeah. Social media. Be careful about what you're watching and what you're viewing on social media. Um, a lot of us are unaware, but when you're on social media, your algorithm, it goes based on what you're searching for. Okay, so if you're just watching what's popping up on your feed, then it's just feeding you what it thinks you want to see. Okay, so maybe do a little bit of research, or maybe start searching some things that you've been interested in the past, or things you want to learn about, and then it'll start feeding you things that'll help with growth instead of just keeping you in the same energy. Okay, that stagnation is going to be a problem. All right, then we also get the 7 card, okay? So that's Mars energy. It is relevant to the sign of Cancer. It is the shaman life path, number 7, okay? Remember to be patient with people. Stay aware of situations, but try to be patient with other people and yourself. But remember that there's always a strategy, okay? So, like, if you get any type of vibe that these people around you are purposefully trying to waste your time or not tell you the truth, or delay your growth, or interrupt your plan, stay the fuck off it. Stay the fuck off it. Stay the fuck away from it. Okay? This is a point where you do need to strategize and be vigilant. Maybe even hyper vigilant. Just to keep yourself safe from things. So for some of you, this could be somebody with like spy energy at work. Somebody might be like reporting or saying things about you at work. Just make sure that you're not retaliating, is how I'm going to say it. Make sure you're not retaliating. You just, as long as you're not doing anything wrong, let them talk. Let them talk, because the evidence will speak for itself. If you're not doing anything wrong and you're just showing up and doing your job, they can say whatever they want to say, but the proof is in the pudding. If they can't, you know what I mean? Like, if you're not doing anything wrong, there's nothing that they can do or say. Like, they can say it, go ahead, but it's not gonna hurt you because you're not doing anything wrong. Now, if you are doing things that you shouldn't be doing, you probably should stop doing that. Don't put that out there. You should probably stop doing that. I don't get a big energy from that from you guys at all. I feel like this is more or less somebody just talking some shit. Talking some shit, spreading some rumors, specifically if it has to do with money. Like, they might be saying that you're stealing, or that you're cutting corners on something, trying to like save money on blah blah blah, or whatever. As long as it's not hurting anybody, it's fine. It's not hurting nobody, and you didn't take nothing, it doesn't matter. Okay, we're going to take top and bottom. We got low key. Don't be afraid to cut people off this month. Absolutely. Do not be afraid to hit the fuck you button. Cut them off energetically. Be like, I gotta go, or no, I'm not going. Some of you might be needing to look into some occult matters. Maybe some of you, with your intuition kicked up, maybe you do a little research on divination to be able to do it yourself. Or maybe some of you start researching different things that have to do with how you are moving forward with things. Okay, how you're seeking your higher path. Okay, Jira is also here. That is a rune. Looks like so. Jira. Okay. Um, it signifies harvest, peace, reward, and proper timing. So you will get your rewards in proper time. Okay, stay peaceful. Know that the effort that you're putting in now is going to create prosperity moving forward. It may not feel like that. Like, think of it like people who, they work the fields all day, okay? Like, they work the fields, they work the fields, they work the fields. But before the crop actually comes in, they get exhausted. They hit burnouts, okay? It is exhausting trying to nurture, and not seeing immediate results, because we're all human, okay? Like, in the human experience, we always want instant gratification. Like, there's going to be things this month where you really kind of have to wait for things, and that's okay. It's absolutely okay to just sit and wait, especially if this is speaking to the experience where um, you got people around you that are doing things that they shouldn't be doing, because with proper timing, they will get the karma that is due. Okay? As long as you are doing what you're supposed to be doing and you're staying peaceful, your vibration will stay the same. If you're being peaceful, your vibration will be peaceful. What is drawn to you will be peaceful. If you're putting in hard work, there will be rewards. If these people aren't doing the work, they're not going to receive the reward. It doesn't matter how much crap they talk or how much bullshit they try to throw under the bus. It doesn't matter, because, like I said, the proof is in the pudding. Okay? It will all come to light. It is the energy of the high priestess. They can talk all they want, but at the end of the day, everything slips through the cracks, okay? There's always evidence, no matter what. There's always evidence to prove who's right, who's wrong, who did good, who did not, who put in the work, and who did not. If you're putting in the work, you're doing right, and you're staying peaceful, fuck them. It doesn't matter. Some of you might need to maybe do some research on shamanism, or maybe put in some work on your time management. Like, maybe sit down and do an actual schedule. Or if this is about money, maybe sit down and do an actual budget. Like, okay, I need to, like, what is that challenge that they do? I keep seeing it in my third eye. It's like when they buy one, it looks kind of like a photo album where it has like the little clear pockets, and it's like and it is a way to budget. So you put like a note in it and whatever money is for that. So, like, okay, here's 200 for the electric bill. Here's 200 for car insurance and gas. Here's $100 for repairs. Here's $50 in savings, and I'm budgeting 200 for food this week. You know what I mean? Like, they're budgeting everything, and then at the end of the week, if there's anything left, it goes into the savings pocket. Maybe if you start actually having to physically hand the money away instead of swiping the card, it may make a difference in how you mentally and emotionally process spending. Okay, sometimes it takes us physically handling it in order to understand what we're doing, because it's super easy to just like swipe a card and understand it. And there's a lot of psychology backed behind that, where it does encourage people to spend more and more often by not having to actually handle the monetary part of it. Just saying, putting it out there. Okay, all right. Again, don't be afraid to cut people off. Signs you may be dealing with, we have Cancer, Capricorn, Gemini, and Virgo. Yeah. I'm going to pull one more. Just, yeah, 10 of Wands. Too much. When it's too much, it's too much. Okay? You need to understand and know when it's too much. Start delegating tasks, start understanding like where things are, especially if it's about, I think this is a lot about financial here for you guys. I'll be honest with you. It is a lot about how much you're giving out versus how much you're taking in, okay? There does come a point where you're hurting yourself by giving too much. Be very careful with that energy. Okay. If it's too much and it's too many burdens, or it could, maybe you're not even giving things away. Perhaps it is a situation where you are forced to live beyond your means. Maybe it's time to pack up and move on to a more easily accessible lifestyle. Like, say that you are choosing to live in a city where rent is super high, groceries are super high, gas is high, like, and you're further away from where you work, so you're spending more on gas, wear and tear on your vehicle. Like, it could be a situation where it's kind of a crapshoot, man, and it just keeps like it's not something that's going to hit you all at once. It's going to be like everybody just keeps adding a pole, you know, and before you can get rid of it, before you can get rid of the wand, here comes somebody to pass you another one, and you're just like constantly putting out fires left and right, and it leaves you so fucking depleted. You have to be very careful with energy like that. So perhaps it's time to look into like more financially secure ways of handling your business, especially about your stability. Okay, where you live, um, what you're investing your finances into, where you're finding your nourishment energetically, physically, mentally, paying attention to things like that, making sure that you're not overspending or overgiving or overextending your finances or your energy. All right. Oh, again, good time for you guys to manifest, plant your seeds of intentions and desires is going to be on the 17th. Okay. Whoa. Somebody didn't want me to tell you that. The ghosts are throwing things in my house. Lovely. Well, that was interesting. All right. With that, I will wish you all lots of love and light. I am really appreciative to all of you that have been patient. I know I didn't get a whole lot out in January. It was a hot mess express. Hopefully, it is easier this month. I appreciate all of you. And with that, good luck.